Hey guys, it's Adam and I have a question for you. What does Black Friday mean in your country? Because where I live, when it started becoming a thing like 10 years ago or something like that, it was a single Friday full of fake discounts, fake meaning that they artificially bumped up the prices so they can discount it back by like 50% back to its original price. Or alternatively, they sold a single item at a reasonable discount and then said, whoops, sorry, out of stock. Then it became Black Weekend with occasional real discounts. Then it became Black Week, and now I've seen some stores do Black Month. Obviously, the longer it goes, the less exciting the discounts are, and I've kind of got used to not really caring about it at all. So I wonder, is it like this everywhere else, or do you have proper Black Friday with exciting sales? Well, anyway, I did manage to find a couple of good discounts, so let's take a look. So there was actually only one game that was released this month that I've pre-ordered, which was Super Mario RPG, which is a remaster for the Nintendo Switch. The original was actually released way back for the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. Now this release has fairly mixed reviews. Some people are saying that not much has changed and the SNES version is superior, while others are saying that the remaster improved the game and it is the definitive way to play it. Either way, given that the original is not available on the official SNES emulator app on the Switch, this is technically the only official way to play it at the moment, other than of course buying the original cartridge. With this, I've also got this little stand showing Mario and the other characters. I've seen some people criticize how small it is compared to the other statues from collector's editions of other games. I think it's kind of a dumb comparison given that this is not a collector's item but rather a pre-order gift, but people are never really satisfied, so whatever, I think it's kinda cool. Now everything else I'm about to show are from Black Friday deals, and I think let's start with Rage 2. I've had the original Rage 1 on my Xbox One and absolutely loved it, which is also why I wasn't exactly a fan of the announcement of the sequel, as they've changed the style of the game quite a bit. The original was much more grungy, I think is the word, but essentially it was much darker, way less colorful, so it had a quite a toned down art style, which I really liked. This one leans way more into this colorful punk style, which you can see right away from the cover actually. Now, even though this is quite far from the original, I still wanted to give it a try and I've managed to buy it for like $3 or $4 or something like that, so I think that's a pretty good deal. I've also got a couple of PlayStation 5 games, starting with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This is the Galactic Edition, which I believe contains DLCs that have been released since. It actually says on the cover that it contains 13 DLC character packs, so that's 13 packs, not 13 characters, so I guess it's gonna be about 50 characters or something like that. It also has an updated cover, which I think is really nice. Then I've got Death Stranding Director's Cut, which has been on my list for quite some time, but I wanted to wait for a sale, and I think I got this one something like 50% off or so. People say it's a boring game, but I'm actually kind of hyped to play this soon for some reason. I guess it has its own unique vibe that is calling out for me. Another big discount was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, although I think I watched the whole playthrough on CoCarnage's Twitch channel. Luckily I forgot pretty much everything about the story. I do have faint memories about some scenes and in-game areas, but like I said, I don't really remember much, so hopefully this can still be a novel experience. I've also got one of my favorite games for like the third or maybe a fourth time already. I've originally bought The Witcher 3 with like a 75% discount on Steam, then I've played through the first two games in the series before hopping into it. During this time, I think it was also released for free on the Epic Store. Then there was some sort of promotion on GOG that if you have the game on any platform and you connect your account, then you also get the game on GOG as well. So I think I already have like 3 digital licenses for this, but now I've actually got a physical edition, and this is the next gen upgraded version for the PlayStation 5. And last but not least, we have Assassin's Creed Mirage, the launch edition. There was also a deluxe edition available, but as I've seen, that one only includes the digital bonus content, while this one has 3 lithographs, or whatever they are called, and also a map of Baghdad, which I think is a cloth map. And if you have seen any of my previous recaps, you probably know that one of my favorite physical extras for a game, other than art books and steelbooks, are actually maps. Now, I haven't really played the previous Assassin's Creed titles, but I have been wanting to pick up the series for a while, so I guess this could be a great time to do so. Now on to games I've played this month. This section is going to be pretty simple as I've only played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. My main game is Scarlet, but during this month I've speedrun Pokemon Violet as well to get the exclusive Pokemon. It did take me 25 hours to do so, so maybe calling it a speedrun isn't exactly correct, but compared to my Scarlet playthrough, which took me about 60 hours to get to the same point in the game, it is definitely a speedier run at least. I didn't skip the story and the dialogue, but I have skipped collecting Pokemon for the Pokédex. and I also remembered most of what I had to do, so it went quite a bit smoother, especially when it came to gym leader fights and some of the harder trainer fights. So even though it wasn't exactly a speedrun, it was definitely a much faster run, and I did manage to collect all of the Paradox Pokemon from Pokemon Violet, and also Miraidon, the legendary exclusive. So now I have a full Pokédex in Pokemon Scarlet, and I've also collected all of the sandwich recipes as well. So with that I have pretty much completed everything in Pokemon Scarlet that was available. So now I'm moving on to the DLC, which I have started playing. I think I played like 1 or maybe 2 nights of the DLC, so I haven't really got too far into it, so I guess I will talk about it in the next month's recap. Upcoming videos is usually the topic where I make promises that I can't keep. For this month I hope I can at least release this video before the end of the year, but I try to get at least one more out if I can, but sadly I have a few deadlines coming up at work, so I'm not promising anything and we'll see how it goes. Now usually there is a section for game releases here for the next month, but I think I'll skip this one and instead I'm planning a video where I go over the releases for the next year and what I'm looking forward to, so if you're interested, keep an eye out for that video coming up on the channel. And on that note, if you like these monthly recaps or interested in upcoming videos, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.